Hello, my name is Tomas Prochaska, and this is the last video of my series on how to generate REST APIs. So in the first video I showed you how to make some sort of a data structure and generate a REST API out of it. In the second video I showed you how to test the REST API, and today I will show you how to use Git and GitHub in order to version your REST API. So I have here the basic model, and first what I need to do is here in the generated folder in the generator where the code where the generated code lies. I'm just going to write git init to initialize a new empty repository. And as you can see here, I have a repository here. So I will just do git add all, git commit first commit, and now I just need to add the remote. And I will push it. Perfect. So as you can see, this is the code from our first generation. Now let's go back to the model, and let's say that we need to change the data structure. Let's say that we need to add a new parameter. So let's say that we want to add a parameter city, and now if we generate the REST API, we would lose all our custom changes. So for example, if you from the first generation, if you do some sort of edits in database or in the database settings or somewhere, you would just lose it because the generation overwrites it. Now that's why I'm using GitHub for this. So if I actually generate, if I select this endpoint folder to GitHub, so what it means that it takes the templates from the folder which lies in the generator. In the generator folder, and the code is pushed to GitHub. So let's generate it. As you can see, it was successful, and let's check here, and as you can see here, it tells me that there's a new branch, and I can compare the code. So as you can see here, this is our new parameter which we added. It's also, I think it's kind of important, or not important, but it's nice to notice that the change is at one single place. So everything in the REST APIs, all the filtering and the ordering comes just from the model of the data, which is in this folder. So let's create a pull request. Let's merge it, confirm merge, and if I go back, then you can see here that there's been another commit. So this is the way how to avoid that your custom changes are deleted by another generation. So let me show you how to actually use GitHub in a bit of a different way, and that's as a source of templates. I have here in repository right here templates, which let me edit them so you can actually see that it really comes from the server. So let's just in this file write hey, only on the server, not in the folder. And I commit the changes. So if I now use this endpoint, GitHub to GitHub, then it means that it grabs the templates from a GitHub repository, and the resulted code will be also pushed into another GitHub repository. Now, how the generator knows that I want this repository? It's pretty simple. Here in the configuration folder, in the configuration file, I specify the address to the repository. So if I call the GitHub to GitHub endpoint, this is the repository that will be used as a source of the templates. So let's try it. Let's select GitHub to GitHub, and let's generate the REST API. Oh, let me first make some change. So for example, if we don't want the city here, so we also see that the changes are uploaded from the model. So let's generate this. As you can see, it was successful. And let me see here. And as you can see, again, another branch has been created. So it's also important to say that all the code is not saved into the master branch, but it creates its own branch. So every generation is stored in a separated branch named based on the time and the date when it actually was generated. So let me just compare the pull request. And as you can see, we deleted the city. And as you can see here, this is our comment, which we made only on the server. It's not in the folder. So that's basically a proof that the source of templates was really this GitHub repository right here. So let me just create a pull request. And let me merge it. And that's it. Perfect. So what I've shown you basically is that if you use Git with your generations, then you can pretty much make a custom change in your REST API in your code, push it to the repository, and if the data model changes, it's not a problem. You don't lose your custom changes because a new branch is created, and then you merge it here, and you just say, okay, I want this to stay, I want this part of code to be overwritten by this part of code. So it's a pretty neat way how to solve this problem. And I also shown you the reusability of the templates here, which I have here in this repository. And you could see that all I needed to do is fill out this one particular parameter in the configuration file, and it grabbed this templates in order to generate the REST API. So this is really nice feature how to share your templates with others. If you, for example, have if the code changes are the best practice change, you can pretty much rely on people changing their own templates and reusing them. I mean, you should always test it, of course. But that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, have a nice day.